Hi everyone, Marie here from Break the Dice. I'm so excited for you to listen to this episode. I really love it. It features my good friend Dan Jaquette from Totes Recall, a podcast where the hosts try really hard to remember movies from their childhood, rewatch those movies, and see what parts they got right and got really wrong. It's awesome and hilarious, and you should check it out. That's Totes Recall. And speaking of checking stuff out, I also highly recommend checking out our new sponsor, Mox Boarding House, if you're a fan of games. And honestly, you should be if you're listening to this show. You can go to their stores in Seattle or Bellevue, Washington, Portland, Oregon, and soon in Chandler, Arizona. They've got an incredible game library, awesome cocktails, including mead, food. It's basically a tabletop paradise, and we are so proud to be their sponsored podcast. If you want to support the show directly, you can become a patron over at patreon.com/beardedcompany. You get early access to shows, special bonus episodes, after show chat videos, and just released an unmissable video where Crabapple gives you a tour of their cave as a puppet. And for free, you can leave us a review on iTunes, which helps other mortals find us. Okay, enough from me. On with the show.
Greetings, mortals, and welcome to Break the Dice, an improvised podcast brought to you by The Bearded Company, where the fate of our heroes rests on the roll of a 20-sided die, where a 20 is a spectacular success and a 1 is a critical failure. This week, our players will navigate the damp woods with the help of our NPCs.
Hey y'all, I'm one of your NPCs. I'm Tyler.
I'm another one of your NPCs. I'm MJ.
Ooh, and here I come. I'm another one of your NPCs. I'm Joe.
Tyler, MJ, and Joe will assist me by playing all the people and magical beings that our heroes will encounter. I'm Alan, your game master. I've crafted a basic structure for our adventure today, which has not been revealed to our two main player characters. However, this podcast is completely improvised, meaning nothing is scripted and everything is made up on the spot. So I and the NPCs will only have so much control of where our journey takes us. This campaign, our heroes are...
My name is Crabapple. I am a warlock fledgling with the alignment of chaotic neutral, and I have a blanket in my bag of silent screams.
Our other PC is...
Hello, I'm Malone the monk. I'm a human, and I have an alignment of lawful good. Usually I have a staff, which is my most prized possession, and it steals souls. But it was stolen from me, so looks like I'm out of luck.
And our special guest for this week, we have Dan Jaquette from Totes Recall. Hey, Dan.
Hi.
Are you excited to play some D&D with us?
I am very excited. Thank you for having me.
Cool. Awesome. Our magic item for this week is the Boots of Fabulousness. Previously on Break the Dice, Deputy Crabapple and Sheriff Malone returned to the cave where Crabapple grew up in to find her horrible shadow brethren.
Hey, you guys, she's back. You guys changed my room all around. Why'd you do that?
It's feng shui.
Deep in the darkness, they confront Rupert Phranchesca and his pet shadow mastiff.
Crabapple, rejoin me, and all of this will end.
No way, Rupert Phranchesca. You're evil and super bad. I'll never join you.
Rupert steals Malone's staff and chases them off by unleashing a horde of monsters.
Hey, give that back!
Fuck you.
Our story begins outside the cave as Malone carries Crabapple over his shoulder, running away from a swarm of monsters. A gelatinous ooze, a flying beast, assortment of creatures that are pouring out of the darkness behind you.
Malone, can't you run any less bumpy?
Sorry, Crabapple, I'm doing the best I can.
That was sure messed up back there, wasn't it? I feel like I almost died.
Yes, are you feeling okay now, Crabapple? Is there anything I can do to help you?
Well, if you could stop running so jumpy, maybe my Crabapple's stomach wouldn't feel like it's gonna toss its apples.
Alan, I'd like to try to reach a zen state and levitate along so that it's less bumpy for Crabapple.
You got a 2 on your check. You trip on one of the branches and tumble, and Crabapple goes flying out of your arms and hits the ground in front of you.
Crabapple! Crabapple! I'm so sorry. Are you all right?
Just as Malone hits the ground, a little ferret that has blue and green pustules on it starts to nibble at Malone's ankles.
Hey, little buddy, come on, stop that. That hurts. Hey.
Alan, I'd like to try to communicate with this ferret to see if it can tell me anything about what's going on right now.
You got a 14.
Oh.
Hey, little ferret buddy. Are you one of Rupert's minions? Is that the term you would prefer?
The ferret makes eye contact with you. Its pustule begins to pop on the side of its face, and this green ooze comes down the side, and it lunges for your neck with its teeth and gets an 18. It just latches down onto your neck and is hanging there.
Hey, get out! Hey, come on!
Alan, I'd like to try to summon all my crab-apple strength to cast an Eldritch Blast at this ferret.
You got a 6. The Eldritch Blast goes wide over the side of his face. The ferret's like swinging around from his neck, so you can't get a clear shot between it and his head.
I'm just too tired, Malone. I'm sorry.
Oh, God! Oh, it hurts! Oh.
Alan, I'd like to see if I can do a charm check right now and try to charm this little creature off of my neck.
You got a 5. You start speaking to the ferret, and it lets go of you for a second in order to grab onto your nose. With a 15, it latches onto your face.
All right, Alan. I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant and have my servant go and stab this ferret.
Yep, your unseen servant appears from the shadows beside you, grabs the ferret, and rips it off of Malone's face, taking a chunk of his nose with it.
Oh, Malone, I'm sorry. I can't control it that well. Oh, are you okay?
Well, I felt better, but yes, I guess I'll be all right.
That was really messed up in that cave back there, Malone. All my shadow brethren are now working for Rupert Phranchesca. I almost perished. My room was all messed around. They changed it. They unfeng shuied it like I had years ago.
Off in the distance toward Shatterpoint, they can see just on the outskirts of town just a little fire they can just see a shadowy figure sitting around this fire.
And one other thing, Malone. Rupert Phranchesca looked me in my eyes and talked to me, and he said, "Join me, and all this will end."
What did you say back?
I said, "No way. I can't. I'm trying to learn what morality is and all that."
Oh, Crabapple, I'm so proud of you.
I'd like to give Crabapple a hug.
Okay, you got a 16 on your hug.
When it counts.
You help Crabapple up off the ground and give her a warm hug as congratulations.
It's like a whole body handshake.
Yes, exactly. That's a great way of describing it. Well, I just wanted to say, Crabapple, I couldn't be any prouder of you. You have come a long way. That was definitely a good example of applying morality.
But it gave me an idea, Malone. What if I went under the covers, if you know what I mean?
And Alan, I would like to do a wink check.
Oh, well, you got a 7 on your wink check. Both eyes blink, kind of simultaneously, but a little bit off from each other.
If you know what I mean.
Yes. Thank you. You can stop that.
I'm just saying, it might be an opportunity for us if Rupert Phranchesca thinks I'm working for him, and in the end I take him down.
All right, Crabapple, it seems dangerous, though. Are you okay taking that risk?
I'm a deputy now, Malone. I've got to be brave.
That's a good point. All right, well, do you want me to, I don't know, do you want me to help you with this ruse in any way? Can I pretend to get in a fight with you, or what should we do?
Well, I feel like I should do a little bit of training first, because he really beat me up pretty bad last time.
Yes, all right, yes, good point. So not right now, but this is a future plan, not a now plan.
So
that's why it's called a plan.
As they're talking, that figure off in the distance is like trying. You can tell it's trying to get their attention. It's trying to get them to come over and talk to them. Hey.
Anyway, Crabapple, this feels like a moment we should really focus inward about, there's a lot of things that have happened, and I just want us to be able to integrate those into ourselves. So I just want to say it's important to take moments to just really self-reflect and look at what's happened to you and not worry about the outside world.
Our heroes meander slowly away from the ferret floating in the air held by the unseen servant towards the shadowy figure beside the campfire.
Hey! Bodega,
that was when I realized that
do you see that?
I was a monk and there was nothing else to do about it. Hey, Crabapple, you hearing something?
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's mumbling somewhere.
In the sky above, you see a shadow of a bird pass over you.
I have a fire!
Did you hear that?
Malone, it sounds like there's an actual fire talking to us right now.
That's crazy. I've never heard of that. Is that a common thing here in the damp woods?
I don't know. It's pretty damp, so usually not.
Well, shall we go investigate?
Let's do it.
As our heroes get closer, they see a man with a long fur cape. Looks like it's made out of the hide of a large creature. He has scars along his face and a big leather gauntlet on one arm.
Oh, hey! Could you guys hear me yelling? I've been yelling for like 10 minutes or something.
Sorry, we were having some real deep talks, Sometimes you just get lost in them.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was yelling at Bodega about fish last week. He wouldn't give me any fish. He's in Bodega? He's not even here.
A bird swoops down out of the sky. The bird is about the size of this man, and it lands on his arm, and his weight is just like brought down almost to the ground, and then you can see just how strong he is as he stands up with this giant creature on his arm.
Whoa.
Wow, that's crazy. This is your friend?
Yeah, this is my best friend. This is Bodega. He's a giant eagle.
Yes, we're best buds.
Oh, he sounds really cool.
Oh, he's badass.
Yeah, I am. I'm the seer of the skies.
He's got like super good eyes. He can see everything that's going on. And you see these talons?
I can see into your soul.
Oh, wow. What's my soul look like?
It's green.
Oh, that's my favorite color.
Do my soul bird thing.
Oh, yeah, you don't have a soul, you little creature.
Yeah, I don't even got...
Nice.
What?
Oh, that's terrible. Why would you say that?
I gotta go.
The bird takes off into the sky, and as it launches off the ranger is kind of pushed down into the ground.
What did he say? I don't have a soul, Malone. Is that bad? Can I not be morality now because I don't have a soul? I'm kind of freaking out here.
Don't. It's all right, Crabapple. You've proven yourself already that you definitely understand morality, so I don't know what that bird creature was talking about, but in my book...
Crabapple's gonna take out one of his knife hands and just stab this guy in front of the fire.
Jesus. Holy shit.
You get a 2 on your attack roll. Your knife hand appears and you stab past him into the fire.
Crabapple. Whoa. Let's
Can I kick Crabapple
put the knife hands away.
Going by me?
You want to kick her?
Yeah, I'd like to kick her.
You get a 14 as Crabapple stabs past you. You take your foot and push her into the fire.
Well, one more soulless beastie done away with. You're welcome.
How dare you?
You can hear the flapping of wings from up above you, and Crabapple, you just see 2 giant talons coming for your face.
They get a 17, and Crabapple is grabbed by the talons and lifted off into the sky.
Crabapple! Hey, bring him back!
How dare you hurt my friend?
Could you call your bird friend back? Was it Bodega? He's taken my friend, and I'd like to have them back.
Well, Bodegas, we're equal partners out here in the woods. I can't really order him around to do anything.
Could you ask nicely? I mean, it's I don't.
Sure. I mean, he's obviously already made a decision, but that's fine. Bodega!
High up in the sky, Bodega is pecking at Crabapple as he is hovering in the air, flapping.
Stop it!
Slightly
Stop it!
burned shadow.
Stop it! Stop it! You don't have a soul, asshole!
As this is happening, those creatures that were released are just coming down that mountain. They are they're getting very close. There's a large, bear horse-like thing that is out in the lead ahead of everything.
Well, I don't think we have time for this now. Here comes the Borse. Terrible creature.
There it is.
What's your name, friend? I don't think I ever got it.
Oh, no, apologies. My name is, Flerm.
Oh, yes, Flerm. That's a beautiful name.
Have you heard of me?
No, I just think it's a great name.
Oh, well.
The Borse gets a 19 as it gallops through you guys. It has the speed of a horse and the bod it's like a centaur with a bear upper half instead of a man. And with its claws, it grabs onto you, Malone, making you bloodied, and it just rips you up off the ground and slams you back down.
Can you help me?
Oh, yes, sorry. Let me get some distance here. I generally use a bow. I can't do that from up close. Give me 1 second.
Flem just starts running away as the boar takes another loop around. It's trying to gallop towards you again. This time it gets a 7 as it goes after you, Malone. You flip out of the way as it scrapes the ground beside you.
Malone, as you sort of flip through the air, your eyes go back to Flerm, and you see as Flerm is skittering off into the trees, you can see that his boots just look fucking fabulous.
Wait, Flerm, come back! Your boots, they're so pretty!
I'm shooting! Like shooting arrow.
He gets an 18 with his roll.
he does.
Flerm launches the arrow out from his bow, and it goes flying into the Borse. It sinks into the shoulder of the creature, and it rears back with a roar and a neigh at the same time. It lands on the ground and turns towards Flerm, ready to charge at the ranger who's got distance. It gets an 8 as it goes marching through the woods. It's galloping. Flerm hides behind one of the trees, and the bear is not able to get the full momentum, and so it takes another loop around to the side. Up in the air, Crabapple, you can see that this Borse is attacking your friend and this Flerm fellow while you're being pecked away at by this giant bird creature.
Okay, I'll help. Can I cast another Eldritch Blast on this Borse?
You get a 16 on your Eldritch Blast. Yes. So as the Borse is running to get another loop, suddenly from behind, a dark burst just erupts into its back and smashes it down into the ground.
Take that, you Borse!
So now you want to help us?
I always wanted to help you. Just because I ain't got no soul doesn't mean I ain't got no heart.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh, snap.
Bodega just drops Crabapple from 50 feet in the air.
Crabapple, you get a 1. As you do your acrobatics check.
No.
You land face first into the ground on top of the Borse. The Borse then gets up and with a 16 grabs you with one of its paws and just bites at your shoulder.
Can I do my form of dread, Alan?
Yep, you got a 16. The creature looks at you in its mouth as you grow these big black spikes and tendrils. It drops you and starts galloping away from you at top speed.
Yeah, get out of here.
Wow, you're scary looking.
Thank you very much, sir. You're not so bad yourself, especially in those boots.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to strike a pose. Showing off my boots.
You got a 1. Your boots look fabulous, but the rest of your body, it's all focusing on the shoes. You're trying to make a good pose with the rest of your body, and it's kind of weak and
a lot of branches
and
in my,
flappy
are
compared
hitting
to
my face.
you knock your head into one of the branches that's nearby.
Flerm, you have to let the boots do the work for you.
Sorry, Bodega. You always say the boots are the workhorse of my outfit.
That's right.
So your name's Flerm, I take it?
Yes, nice to meet you. Bodega, are we cool now with the no soul here, or?
for now, I suppose.
All right.
What's your deal anyway? Why are you hanging out here in the damn damp woods with a fire and a big bird?
Did you hear that? Never mind.
We're out here just trying to keep the woods safe. There's been just monsters, all over, just going nuts. And trying to find some balance. Bodega here, we're a bit of like nature sheriffs, if that makes any sense.
Yes,
I don't know
it
what
does.
you city folk, how you communicate about laws. But
Yes,
we're out
that's
here to
quite
law
a
the woods out here.
coincidence. I'm a sheriff, and Crabapple here is my deputy friend.
Wow! Bodega and
So-
I are equal co-sheriffs.
That's right.
We believe any sort of power instability leads to betrayal.
Oh, so
That's right.
Malone, maybe I should be sheriff too then, don't you think?
Well, that's all right if you want to be co-sheriff. We were just trying to honor the pledge that we made to the person who we tried and failed to return their soul to their body. So it wasn't really a power dynamic thing. But yes, you can be co-sheriff if you want to, Crabapple.
Yes, now that you say it, it's too much responsibility.
From the mountainside, just off in the distance, they hear Rupert Phranchesca again.
Crabapple, join me, and this will all end.
Oh, Malone, it's like the very earth itself opened up its jaw and rocky maw and called to me.
We've been hearing that voice a lot lately.
We don't like it.
It's Rupert Phranchesca. He's killed lots and lots of sheriffs over Shatterpoint's history, apparently, and he's just released a lot of nasty beasties into Shatterpoint to terrorize everyone.
Yes, we've got a bit of a plan, new friends. Crabapple is planning to go under the covers, as it were. And
Oh, Alan, let me do a wink check.
You got a 7 on your wink check. This time the left eye goes down and then the right eye blinks, but the left eye comes up as the right eye comes down.
If you know what I mean.
Are your eyes dry or something?
Yes, I've got spring water I could throw in your face.
No, thanks. But I just figured I needed to train a bit before I tried to undercut Rupert Phranchesca, because he did me in last time pretty good. I almost died.
yes, and speaking of training, you two look quite fit as a fiddle, and I'm wondering if maybe you could help us with that.
Well, let's Bodega sidebar real quick.
Yes, sidebar, yes.
Bodega grabs the ranger and picks him up so they can have a private conversation in the air.
I
What
mean,
do you think?
I'm not crazy about the little shadow monster with no soul.
Shadow scamp.
Yeah, it's got like eyes are very odd. They seem afflicted with some sort of winking disease or something.
It seems they know a lot about Rupert Phranchesca.
Yes,
We've been tracking him for what seems like months.
it does seem that way. It's probably been months. Probably is months.
Do you think all of these creatures are his doing?
I do. I think that. So, probably worth teaming up, at least temporarily, and
So what, are we gonna kill this guy?
yeah, we probably should. I think that's kind of, that'll rebalance nature. He's an abomination, and we slay those, so
Yeah, can't wait to sink my beak into his fucking shoulder.
that'll be great. I got all these hunting knives I've been wanting to try out. We can really spread his guts around.
You're gonna look so good when you do it too in those boots.
I know, right?
Malone and Crabapple, you see the bird is flying back down, and the boots are the first thing that touch the ground. And the man's holding a bunch of knives in his hand, looks ready to go, ready to chase this Phranchesca man down.
Well, we were down here having a conversation about our favorite types of food. What were you talking about?
Oh, we're just sidebarring. That's kind of a sacred thing. You don't ask what was discussed in the sidebar. I don't know how you do it in the city,
so
but
sorry.
in nature.
I didn't know the rules of the sidebar, so very sorry.
Yeah, I think we have to reconsider this whole thing. Hang on a second.
The bird picks up the reindeer and goes flying up into the air again.
Anyway, pickled reindeer nose, you know.
I mean, if he's asking about our sidebar, I don't know if we can trust him.
I know, it's a poor omen. But, at the same time, they do seem... Well, I mean, they were almost defeated by a ferret. I was going to say they seemed like they'd be, mighty warriors in our quest to kill Phranchesca, but...
I'm split 50-50 on this. Should we just do some stone parchment shears and just leave it up to chance?
Let's do it.
All right.
The bird goes and drops the ranger off on top of one of the trees, and then it goes and grabs a dagger from the ground, a rock, and a branch, and down on the ground, Crabapple and Malone are watching them fly up into the air and down to the ground over and over again.
I just feel like pickled reindeer nose should really be everyone's favorite if they just would try it. You know what I'm saying, Malone?
Well, yes, I can't say as I have tried it, Crabapple, so you have a good point there. It sounds awful, but it might be quite tasty.
Yeah, I feel like that's how some people think about me. That sounds pretty awful, but it tastes real good.
All right, we're back. We'll do it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yay!
At this moment, just up the mountain where Malone and Crabapple exited, at that doorway, it's this, perfectly silhouetted Rupert Phranchesca with just, what looks like just the, flames behind him and more monsters coming out of the mouth of this cave.
We better start training real quick. It looks like pretty bad stuff's going on up there in my old cave.
All right, you two lead the charge. Bodega and I will bring up the rear.
Wait. I have to train first, right? Don't I at least get a montage?
All right, but we gotta do it quick. I mean, these monsters are coming right out. There could be another Borse up there.
We start a montage, and first a shadow mastiff appears. It woofs at you, and with a 16, the rock grabs the shadow mastiff and rips it in half, turning it into the two creatures of black. Another creature appears. A gelatinous ooze comes towards Crabapple, and Crabapple gets a 6 at this part of the montage. The ooze grabs Crabapple, sucks her inside, and she's suspended in the jelly, burning inside the acid. A 17 from the ranger as the arrow pierces and releases Crabapple from the gelatinous ooze. Malone gets
Then we have a slightly longer scene in this training montage where the ferret comes back and they just stare each other down for a while, and then they tussle for like a half an hour.
Malone gets a 15 as it fights his creature. The creature is a giant rock man who has a shell that looks like a turtle, but then coming out its face is stone and sharpness. Crabapple, as you are cut back to, we have another creature. This creature is made of a swarm of fire and flesh. It's reaching out with tendrils of ichor, and you get a 16 as you use your form of dread to start ripping at the tendrils and whipping back with its own body.
Take that!
Everything was pain.
The end of the montage is you all, the four of you, in a pile of monster bodies just at your feet.
Well, thanks for indulging me on that, Al.
Rupert Phranchesca is now on a large, dark bird above them, flying very quickly, diving towards them. And as he gets close, it doesn't quite get all the way to the ground, but the bird shits right over them as he flies over.
Bodega, he's dark.
It's a 17 on the dive bomb, and the pile of shit lands right on top of Malone. It's white and black and gooey and nasty. Not a solid dump.
Did he fly over here just to do that? He could have attacked us, and he just wanted his bird to poop on me.
Alan, can I shoot an Eldritch Blast at him and his bird?
You get an 18.
Ooh. Oh, yeah!
You call the darkness from below you, and you reach out, sending the dark blast, hitting the bottom of this bird, and closing up its cloaca.
Yeah! Take that right up your bunghole!
Nice job, Crabapple. I'm gonna go pluck that bird's feathers.
The rock takes off into the sky, chasing Rupert Phranchesca through the air. Rupert Phranchesca, you notice the creature behind you, and you end up pulling out a pair of scimitars, bathed in darkness. The staff is on your back, and as you step off of your bird, you kind of fall into the sky, just free falling, but completely in control as the rock tears up at you, and you get a 17 with both of your scimitars, and you cut the wings off of this rock as you go sailing through the air. Your black bird appears underneath you, you land on it, and the rest of the rock's body falls down to the ground.
Oh no, I'm running to Bodega.
And you look fabulous while you do it.
Oh no, Bodega!
Bodega!
Join me. This will end. Your friends don't have to die.
Bodega? Are you okay?
Fuck no, man.
Maybe we can just put the wings
Cut
back
off my
on.
wings.
The ranger grabs the wings off the ground and puts them next to the joint where they're supposed to go in.
Buddy,
I have something to tell you.
you can tell me tomorrow, right?
I don't think so.
Tomorrow's fourth day. That's when we share secrets.
I always loved you.
The bird's chest kind of collapses down and doesn't raise again.
Malone, is this the moment? Do I go with him? Am I ready to infiltrate under the covers of Rupert Phranchesca's operation?
Yes. I mean, it's a delicate moment. I think we have to. I'm going to comfort Flerm here. I think he's in bad shape. But yes, why don't you go now? This could be the moment.
Okay, handshake for good luck.
You get a 3 on your handshake. This is a bad omen.
Bad luck.
Oh, it hurt. Oh, it's painful. Oh,
I'm satisfying.
Stab
Okay.
me.
From above Rupert Phranchesca, it looks like Crabapple is attacking Malone, ripping at his hand.
Rupert Phranchesca. Okay, you win. I'll join you.
Yes. Come with me.
The black bird lands beside Crabapple. She steps on its back, and together her and Rupert take off into the night as our ranger friend Flerm is holding the body of Bodega.
As I fly off with Rupert, I want to do one last wink to the people on the ground so they know I'm not really bad.
A 20!
Fucking Christ. Break the dice!
The montage was good for more than just monsters. You trained in the way of winking, and everybody on the ground knows exactly that you are on their side, but Rupert does not see the wink.
Yeah.
There is a bit of wind from the wink itself that the trees kind of don't blow violently, they blow in a very soft way, letting off a few petals, and the water on the pond nearby just kind of ripples lightly, and the moon reflects and balances.
It breathes one last bit of life into Bodega. Eyeballs open just for one more moment, and an eagle tear.
And you can see that ether just leave Bodega's body and just sort of float there for a moment, and there's just another moment between Flerm and Bodega, but then that ether, that soul, gets sucked up into the air and into the staff on Phranchesca's back.
Also, somewhere in the distance, a ferret spits out a piece of nose.
Still suspended by the unseen servant.
Well, I've got no doubt that Crabapple is still on our side. I'm thankful for that, but Flerm, I just want to say I'm very, very sorry for the loss that you've suffered today, and if there's anything I can do to help you, I'd be happy to tell you all kinds of secrets tomorrow if that would make you feel any better.
It would help, but I only really want secrets from my co-sheriff. He's gone.
Yes, I understand. Alan, I'd like to give Flerm a hug, just to provide some comfort.
You got a 16 on your hug check. You reach down, grab him, provide him the same comfort that you've been providing Crabapple. You've learned a lot about sharing and comforting, dealing with her recently. The ranger then grabs the body of Bodega after the hug, picks it up, and just starts walking away with his friends in his arms.
I'd like to try and look as good as possible walking away.
Do the boots go all the way
You
up
get
to
a
your ass
14.
or what?
Yes.
The boots are doing the work. They're supporting the ass. The cape is billowing in the wind.
Those hips are
Just like
popping.
Bodega
Just
said.
pop,
Just like Bodega said.
pop, pop.
Now that's an exit.
Will Crabapple succumb to Rupert Phranchesca's dark ways, or will she actually fall through and play under the covers in the way that she expects? Find out next time on Break the Dice, the improvised campaign.
Oh, damn.
Wow, cliffhanger again.
Break the Dice is brought to you by The Bearded Company. The Bearded Company is an improv company with groups in Minneapolis and Los Angeles. Today's cast included Game Master Alan Voigt. Player characters were Crabapple, played by Maria Bartholdi, and Malone, played by Tyler Mills. NPCs were played by MJ Matheson, Tyler Michaels King, Joe Rapp, and special guest from the podcast Totes Recall, Dan Jaquette. Improvised accompaniment was provided by Jack Barrett. Today's episode was produced and edited by Joe Rapp and Maria Bartholdi. Support the show and get great rewards by becoming a patron over at patreon.com/beardedcompany. For more information and merch, go to our website at btdpod.com and follow us on all social media. And now, the Table of Legends.
There's somebody give me a drinks up in here. I'm thirstier than a cow at noon.
I'd like some drinks too.
Yeah, me too. I'm an old man.
Well, now, see, Martha's gone for the evening, but she did tell me I could go behind the bar and help out. But you know the policy for after hours. You have to have a story for a beverage.
Oh, very well.
I'm happy to tell my story.
Oh, you each have a story. How convenient.
I've been preparing for ages.
Oh, all right then. You first.
You could say I'm very thirsty.
Why are you winking at me when you say that?
This is just how I blink. I digress.
Anyway, my story's about a hero named Scott. Scott.
Scott, okay.
Scott was larger than the entire planet. Scott was floating around in space.
Wow.
Like a moon orbiting the sun. And then Scott heard a noise as if from the ether calling to him. It said, "Scott, we need you. There's a giant boulder plugging up the rivers of the world." And Scott said, "I got you." And he picked it up like it was a little marble, and he flung it into the sun, which caused a supernova, destroyed the entire galaxy.
Well, that's I'm gonna have to fact check that one, but that's a good story.
Good story.
Yes, that'll pass. I'll go ahead and give you a beer now.
Oh, my story's about a chap named Marshall.
Marshall, all right, then I'll pour you an ale.
Marshall.
Have you heard about Marshall? He could drink so much that once he got a tree and he hollowed out the middle and he used it as a giant straw. And he drunk up all the seas of the world into his tum-tum. Oh, that Marshall!
Sounds like a scallywag.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Ultimate scallywag.
Extra hydrated.
To be clear, it sounds as though the first chap removed a rock with all the water flowed, and then it just directly into the gullet of this man Marshall.
Yes, I hope all these stories connect. That'd be cool.
Well, the pressure is certainly on.
I tell you what, Christine doesn't connect at all.
Good to know.
My story's about Christine. Christine had a beautiful dress, you see? And her dress had a beautiful train, you see? And the train stretched on for miles. It went for miles and miles, all the way around the globe, all the way around the region, you see? And so, at any moment of any day, someone could touch the beautiful train on her dress and speak to her telepathically. So she just knew what everybody wanted all the time, and she could give it to them because also the train on her dress could just populate any object into existence, just like that, like a snap of the fingers. That's the story of Christine.
Oh, wow. I mean, it almost felt connected as shit. You know, it was as big as a planet, so
I did hear the globe comparison, yes.
Yes, I guess it fits together.
I'm as thirsty as Marshall right now.
All right, I'll keep pulling, but here's the thing. Don't tell Martha, because she didn't actually tell me I could come back here and pull these strings.
Where is Martha?